What's up everybody, Kier Gomes here, and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at a deck of cards that I actually didn't know if I was going to be able to review because I didn't own them. But thanks to you guys and helping me grow this channel, I have made a couple friends that have definitely been able to help me out with decks that I want to review. So today we're taking a look at the Smoke and Mirrors reprint by Anyone Worldwide and Dan and Dave. I actually reviewed the Smoke and Mirrors V3 decks on my last Wayback Wednesday, and as a result of that, got a lot of requests to review the reprints, which at the time I didn't have, but thank you to one of my longtime subscribers, Brian Mink, I was able to get my hands on a deck so I can review them just for you. Before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you stick around to the end of this video and figure out how you can win a bicycle censored deck. Without further ado, let's roll that intro and get you guys on your way.
Let's go.
So the Dan and Dave Smoke and Mirrors reprints by Anyone Worldwide. For the sake of context, these are the Dan and Dave Smoke and Mirror V3 playing cards. They also have like the denim version, the crimson version, they have the green one. I can't remember what that one's called. But either way, if you don't know Dan and Dave, they are the Buck twins that are behind Art of Play, the Antlers, the Aviators, the Wheels playing cards, the Paper Cuts playing cards. They make all kinds of playing cards. But their first deck that they ever printed was the Dan and Dave Smoke and Mirrors playing cards. V1 Smoke and Mirrors were originally printed in 2007 and are a highly sought after deck of cards in the cardistry, magic, and collecting community. Now, as a magician, I love Dan and Dave. I'm hit or miss with Anyone Worldwide. However, when you get a reprint of a deck like this, you just can't turn down the opportunity to get one. So let's get into it. Tuck case is done in a super matte black card stock. It's very thin, but looks pretty good. The front is actually the back design of the card, so it's a thin-ish white border with the Dan and Dave logo right there in the middle. One side of the tuck case says Anyone. The other side says Dan and Dave. The bottom has some ad copy about Anyone and Dan and Dave. The back also has some more ad copy. At the top of the back, you can see it says Smoke and Mirrors, originally released in 2007. Anyone reprint 2018 mirror. So you get that classic Smoke and Mirrors back design with a few upgrades or downgrades maybe. You can see it has a pretty thin white border and a completely black back design with nothing but the Dan and Dave logo in the middle. Now I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like the Dan and Dave logo in the middle of this deck is actually smaller than it was on the original cards. I happen to love simplicity, so for me, that back design works really, really well. In terms of ad cards, you are gonna get a Dan and Dave ad card. It's two men throwing a javelin, and it says Daniel and David. You're also gonna get an Anyone ad card. It's just a white card that says Anyone on one side and Dan and Dave. You're gonna get two of the most minimalistic jokers I've ever seen. They just say Joker in the corner, and again say Smoke and Mirror. Originally printed 2007, Anyone reprint 2018 mirror. Those are okay. Those are pretty cool jokers, I guess, for what this deck is supposed to be, which is a reprint of the Dan and Dave Smoke and Mirrors. I think it would have been cool to have the original Smoke and Mirrors Joker, maybe with a few updates, but your Ace of Spades is also gonna look nothing like it did on the original Smoke and Mirrors deck. You're just gonna get an enlarged spade pip. It says Mirror. Also see it says 2007 for the year that the original Smoke and Mirrors were printed, 2018 for the year of the reprint, and 6006, which is the name of another Anyone Worldwide deck that I might review. There's some trademark copy right there on the bottom. The rest of your cards are gonna be almost completely bicycle standard, and I say almost because the court cards, just like the Smoke and Mirrors, do have some customization. These ones are almost completely the same as bicycle standard, except you'll notice that instead of having any blue on these cards, it has been swapped out for black. And you can kind of see it says Anyone inside of the courts. This is a better example. You can see how it says Anyone right there across the middle. You might notice it on the Jack of Diamonds even more. Now, just like the original Smoke and Mirrors decks, these cards are printed by the United States Playing Card Company. The only difference is that these cards are printed on crushed bicycle stock, which makes them super thin, very snappy, and extremely soft and flexible. Whereas the original Smoke and Mirrors decks were printed on Aristocrat Casino stock, and that was back before they really had crushed stock at the USPCC. So let's talk about the handling. So in terms of the handling of these cards, they feel, like I said, they feel really good, very, very smooth. Right out of the box, they fan great. If you fan them for the indices, this is what you're gonna get. Very standard looking, and again, I really, really like that. There you go. Ooh. The cards spring effortlessly. As you can see, it doesn't take a lot for me to be able to spring the cards. That new dribble sound. These are also a two-way back design, so no matter which way you hold the cards, they look the same. Let's see how they ferro. So they definitely ferro top to bottom, which makes them a modern cut, as opposed to the original smoke and mirrors, which were traditionally cut. And that's pretty much it for the handling. So guys, that was a quick look at the Anyone Worldwide Smoke and Mirrors Dan & Dave reprints. If you're interested in picking up this deck, I would take to eBay and see if you can find it. Let's talk about the giveaway. I'm giving away a bicycle censored deck. It is brand new, sealed. Big shout out to the United Magicians Emporium for hooking me up with this deck. Just to give you a quick idea of what they look like, you can win these cards right now. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is like this video, be a subscriber on my channel, and leave me a comment letting me know why you want to win this deck. And hopefully that's enough to get you to subscribe if you haven't already. Please do drop a like on the video. And thank you so much for watching my review of the Smoke and Mirrors Anyone Worldwide reprints. All that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I know I will. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.